What's going on YouTube? This is ParkerLad88 coming at you with another video, and in this video we're going to be covering part 2 of Ninja Adam's character breakdown, going over Ninjetti mode. So let's go ahead and get started. As I always say, if you guys like what you see in this video, please consider checking out my social media links in the description. You can follow me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/ParkerLad88. You can follow me on Twitter at ParkerLad2. Join the Whoosh Clan if you have Discord, and if you want to do a little bit more to support me, consider checking out my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/ParkerLad88. Now, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start talking about Ninjetti mode. Ninjetti mode is Adam's super. It gives him access to this very unique dash. And it's really the only change that he has, but this change turns him to a drastically different character. Let's start talking about this dash. So, on the ground, he has access to one of these dashes, right? But in the air, he gets access to up to 3 air dashes, as you can see here. Because of this, Ninja Adam is the only character in the game that actually has a proper 8-way dash. He can go up, down, up, forward, up, back, forward and back, and then down at the diagonal angles as well. This can make him a very tricky character, and as you can see, it's a very, very sensitive super. So you want to make sure that you're using light button presses whenever you're trying to navigate the screen with Ninja Adam, because without practice, you will lose track of yourself very quick. And you'll end up mixing yourself up, because one other property of Ninjetti mode, if I can get Movie Blue to help me out here, is that while doing this, Ninja Adam's blocking becomes very inconsistent. I actually like to say that Ninja Adam can't actually even block while he's in Ninjetti mode. As you can see right here, it's very inconsistent. So this can actually lead you to getting hit out of a lot of things if you are not paying attention. So do keep that in mind. So you may be thinking to yourself, okay, so Ninja Adam gets access to this mobility tool through his install super. Okay, neat, but what makes this so great? The thing that makes it so great, and the thing that makes him such a drastically different character, is the fact that he can cancel any of his normals or special moves into this dash, and he can do some other things as well. This opens up a whole world of possibilities as far as mix-ups and combos that were normally not possible before, and I can give you a couple of examples. Let's start with one of my favorite examples, being the Ninja Star. So base level, the Ninja Star is a pretty decent projectile, right? It's got good projectile durability, good angles that you can throw it out. If you're close enough, you can get combo confirms into slide, all that good stuff, right? But when you combine that with something like Ninjetti mode, you kind of have a zoning monster on your hands here. Let's go ahead and talk about Flycatcher now. Base level, Flycatcher, pretty decent projectile, right? Covering the top portions of the screen for characters who kind of like to hover up in that part of the screen. When you combine that with something like Ninjetti mode, you can just keep on firing it over and over and over again, because not only does Ninja Adam get access to this unique dash, but he can also cancel his run options back into his run, which allows you to abuse all of his other options, and it makes some previously unsafe options, like his slide, chicken feed, and the teleport punch, which are normally unsafe, it makes them safe. So you can go slide, into chicken feed, into teleport punch, just like that. And then you can proceed to dash cancel that. So as you can see, it makes him a very oppressive offensive mix-up character in that regard, making all of his unsafe options safe. It makes him a crazy zoner. All these assorted things. This technique is strictly just limited by your imagination, what you can come up with. I'm just kind of introducing you to the base stuff of Ninjetti mode. Now that we're done going over the basics of Ninjetti mode, I'm going to let you guys play around with that, get used to mobility, and kind of let your imaginations wander with all the assorted possibilities that you can do. Let's start getting into combos. You know what you guys are here for. You want to learn DAT Infinite, you want to learn some Ninjetti mode custom combos, so I got you covered. Let's go ahead and we're going to start talking about the infamous Infinite. So I'm going to be covering Adam's Infinite in a much different capacity than I do with like my combos as of lately, where I go through the number notation and all that kind of stuff. The main things I want to talk about with the Infinite are why it's an Infinite, and then kind of how you get there. So let's start by talking about it, on a more theoretical level. So the fact Adam's Infinite being an Infinite is technically a misnomer. It's more of like a pseudo-Infinite. It's only an infinite if you actually have the meter to actually keep it going, right? If Adam doesn't have the meter to consistently get into Ninjetti mode, then he can't consistently do his infinite. Not that it matters, because the character will probably die after you do like 1 rep of it or something like that, but that's neither here nor there. So first of all, there is that part. Let's talk about why the infinite actually works.
Maximum Ninjetti power!
As you can see, Ninja Adam actually builds meter while he's in Ninjetti mode.
This is it! Maximum Ninjetti!
Ninja Adam builds meter while he is in Ninjetti mode, and because he builds meter while he's in Ninjetti mode, if you can get back to 2 bars and you know the proper setup to keep the infinite going, that's why it is considered an infinite. And we're going to go ahead and talk about that right now. You saw 2 parts while I was actually doing the infinite. You saw the infinite itself, and then you saw the piece that actually keeps the infinite going. First off, let's go ahead and start talking about the inputs for the infinite. So the actual infinite itself is actually pretty easy with one part that you have to get used to. You go standing light, standing medium, crouching medium. You do the first 2 parts of the heavy auto combo, like the first 3 hits, so that means you do standing heavy, let both hits hit, and then you go into the second part where he hits you with his palm. That part right there, when you see that first hit of that second part hit, you will then do neutral special, which he'll jump up like this, but in Ninjetti mode, and this is the first part of why the infinite works, you have enough hits done from the 3rd hit of the heavy auto combo, you will then press special and then down right after. That's the second part about why the infinite works. After you come back down,
I'm the frog, courageous in spirit.
You'll do a standing light or a crouching light. It really doesn't matter. And then from there, you'll then loop that back over into medium, crouching medium, first 3 hits of heavy auto combo, into special, you'll press down afterwards, you'll press standing light, and you'll just keep on doing that over and 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 over again until the character inevitably dies. So that's the first part. That is the actual infinite in and of itself. And if you're actually able to do it properly, this is what you should get. And so on, and so on, and so forth. So that's the first part. The second part of the infinite is how do we actually keep it going? So when you are about to run out of Ninjetti power, here is the fault that you will do. So once again, you'll do your infinite right, but the point at which you are about to run out of meter, you'll do standing light, standing medium, crouching medium, you'll do standing heavy, you'll do crouching heavy, and then you will do the slide. Now, you can cancel the first hit of slide into Ninjetti mode, and this is the difficult part.
This is over. Maximum Ninjetti.
After you get into Ninjetti mode, at just the right time, you'll have to do standing light, and then you will continue the infinite from there. This is the most difficult part of keeping the infinite going. I haven't actually entirely figured out what the specific timing is, but one piece of advice I can kind of give you is that it's somewhere when you see like the clones fly out really fast like that, like towards the end, you know that that's the time roughly when you want to get ready to press a button, right? And then at that point, it just continues. It just continues from there. So my advice to you for practicing this is just do it straight from slide.
This is over. Maximum Ninjetti.
If you can get that to connect, then you can actually do the entire infinite. You just want to practice that as much as you can until it feels good, and then you can actually tie that in to the rest of the infinite. So let's say that you're in Ninjetti mode, right? And you're doing your thing. Wait till you build 1 meter. And then give it a try. Now, I missed it there, obviously. Like I said, I haven't figured out the timing specifically, but those are the 2 parts of the infinite and actually how it works. And if you can get the whole thing to work, it should look something a little like this.
courageous in spirit. Maximum Ninjetti power! Shall we dance? Follow my lead! Here's the finale! It's forfeit time!
And there you guys go. That's basically what the entire Infinite looks like. That's how it works. That's how you connect it. That's the startup for it. If you're in the mid screen, basically it's anything you do into this. The stagger state is your big setup for it. And if you're in the mid screen, you can go straight into the heavy auto combo, the first 3 hits.
Let's finish this! Maximum Ninjetti!
You do the neutral special, come back down, and then you just do the whole thing. And so on and so forth. Now, for those of you who are looking to do something that is not the Infinite, if you frown upon the Infinite and you want to do a more unique Ninjetti mode Atom combo, I got you covered with that. So let's go ahead and get started with that combo.
Slipstream over here! Let's finish this! Maximum Ninjetti! Gotcha! See ya! Out of the way! Over here! Shall we dance? Follow my lead! Here's the finale!
So the first thing I want to say for you guys is for everything leading up to the medium auto combo, if you want a refresher on how to do that, go and check out part 1 where I actually go over that combo and all the inputs to it. Just make sure you actually stop at the medium auto combo. The rest of the stuff I'm going to go over is going to be the actual Ninjetti mode stuff after you do the medium auto combo. So let's talk about what we do once we are actually in Ninjetti mode. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do standing medium, crouching medium, standing heavy, crouching heavy, and then we'll let both hits hit. From there, we'll cancel that into Flycatcher, and then after Flycatcher hits, we'll then cancel that again into the teleport punch. So that's the first thing that we want to do. This is the first difficult part of this combo to practice, and probably really the only difficult part because it's very timing specific. If you do the teleport punch too early, you might whiff from the Flycatcher, or the first part might hit and the second part might hit, or if you do it too late, then of course the whole thing misses, right? So this is the first thing you have to practice. My piece of advice for you on this is just to wait just a smidge after the Flycatcher hits and then proceed to do the teleport punch. So you should have something that kind of looks like this.
I'm the frog, courageous in spirit. See ya.
And that's pretty much what you want. Now, as you can see, after the teleport punch hits, let both hits hit, you will then do a dash cancel afterwards. So you'll have teleport punch, dash cancel that. After you do the dash cancel, you will then wait for a little bit after they bounce off the wall, and then you'll do standing medium, crouching medium, then you'll do standing heavy. There'll be a slight delay between it, so you'll kind of have, and that's pretty much what you want. You'll let that first hit of the standing heavy hit, and then you'll cancel that into the shoulder charge. After you do the shoulder charge, you will then press heavy, so you'll teleport in the air. So at this particular point, let's go ahead and practice what we have so far.
This is it! Maximum Ninjetti! Be right back! Out of the way! Over here!
So that's pretty much where we are so far. Now, of course, the next part that we will want to practice is kind of like in the character tutorial thing, where after you launch in the air, you'll do medium, dash cancel, medium, dash cancel, medium, dash cancel, and then into the heavy. This is kind of the next most difficult part to practice because of the nature of the sensitivity of the dashing when you are in Ninjetti mode. Light taps, that's what you want, just light taps. And then the other thing you want after that is just to trust your mediums. You want to make sure that the medium actually connects first before you actually start doing your dash cancels, right? So while you're in Ninjetti mode, you have a lot more time than you think you do. Let the hit connect, dash cancel. Let the hit connect, dash cancel. Let the hit connect, and then dash cancel. So just make sure you're getting used to that timing Don't try and be too preemptive with it. Light touches, and you should be able to get it. And the final one we'll do is the heavy.
Spirit. Out of the way. Out of sight. Shall we dance? Follow my lead.
And then after that, we'll do one hit of standing heavy. I actually forgot that part. You'll do the one hit of standing heavy, and then you'll go into EX. So once again, things to practice. Doing the crouching heavy,
Over here.
right? And you want to do like the whole thing. Let both hits hit.
Gotcha.
Into flycatcher,
I'll be back.
into the teleport punch. You want to make sure that you're waiting just a smidge before you do the teleport punch, right? And then after you do the dash cancel, making sure from the shoulder charge that you're doing your mediums and light touches.
Up here.
And those are pretty much all of the really important parts to practice. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, anything that leads into the stagger state, that will get you into Ninjetti mode so you can do the combo. And if you've done everything correctly, you should have something that kind of looks like this.
Maximum Ninjetti power. Be right back. Over here. Shall we dance? Follow my lead. Here's the finale.
Victory is fun.
And that'll do it for this character breakdown featuring Ninja Adam and how to use Ninjetti mode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. If you want to do a little bit more to support me, consider checking out my social media links down in the description box. And I'll be back to you later with future videos. This is Parker Lad, and I will see you guys next time.